Hi guys, and welcome to World of Warcraft. This is part 3 of the tutorial that I'm doing. I'm Buddy1927. And what I'm going to be talking about is the economy side of there. I'm also going to be talking about guilds. So, let me explain what guilds are. There's basically several different types of guilds. Um, First of all, there's the regular. You get the regular human guilds. There's what we call leveling guild. There's one called a dungeon and raid guilds. There's a PvP guild, and then there's private guilds. Now, on this count, on this realm, I actually played on the alliance and leveled up a bunch of toons. And throughout the course of playing on here, I actually acquired 4 different guilds, which are private guilds. And I enjoy being in a regular human guild, and I might move once I get my toon or character leveled up. My main character on this is going to be Buddy Pal, and once I get him leveled up, I might move him to a guild by himself, into a regular human guild, depending on what I'm planning on doing with him. So that's one thing that is important, is try and find the guilds that you have. If you have a friend that you're playing with and he's in a guild, join him. If you're new to the game and you get a chance, join a good guild. Now, guilds have levels. All these guilds here are level 1, because all these guilds that I have on here were basically storage for my toons. I had my main toons in guilds when I was leveling up, and one thing I always did is I had my own. I had guilds. The reason why I created a private guild is a place for storage. And when I get into this a little bit more in depth, but they're all level 1 guilds, so I don't get much out of them because they were there for storage. There are skills that you gotta learn, and I actually broke these guilds up for those skills. Of course, I have a banker toon. I'm going to get into that today also, but I have a banker toon, and that banker toon is going to be in its own guild. But I also made that guild my tailoring guild for all the cloth. I can store cloth and help level up my tailoring in that. So I also, on that guild, in my tailoring guild, I got Betty Bank and I got Reverend Buddy, which he's going to be doing tailoring and enchanting. So that guild is set up basically for tailoring and enchanting, and that's the way it's going to be. Next, I have a guild that is for mining, blacksmithing, and engineer, because you need mining to operate blacksmithing and engineer and jewelry crafting. I'm sorry. That guild's set up for 4 trades. So you need mining for blacksmithing, engineering, and jewelry crafting, because you gotta crush the ore, and you also need some bars to make stuff in jewelry crafting. You gotta make bars out of the things and stuff like that. So Buddy Pally here, the way I'm going to level him up, he is going to be a paladin tank, a human paladin tank. And his skills are actually going to be several different things. His skills are going to be blacksmithing and jewelry crafting. Even though I know that the Draenites are actually the better of the thing, I also want him to have a lot of reputation. He's going to be my main toon. So he's the one who's going to build the reputation throughout the other clans in the World of Tanks, from Ironforge clan, Stormwood clan, and so on. So he's going to build his reputation up with him. And I've always played a human paladin. I kind of enjoy it. So I'm kind of sticking with my roots on that one. But he's going to be able to do blacksmithing and jewelry crafting. And the reason is because once you get up to a certain level in blacksmithing, you can actually add slots to your gear to allow gems. And the reason why I'm having him become a jewelry crafter is, first of all, he can make his own necklaces, he can make his own rings, and he can make his own gems. And there are certain a jewelry crafter can make certain gems that only a jewelry crafter can use, which gives you a higher benefit, like more stamina than the regular. It can make a gem for stamina, and then it can make a specialized gem for stamina, which gives you twice as much stamina as the regular stamina gem. So that's one of the reasons why I have him doing both, to actually help give him additional buffs as a tank. Okay. Also in that clan, I have Engineer Bud. Now he is a Death Knight, and he's going to be actually a farmer. His two skills is going to be mining, so that way Buddy Pal has the stuff that he needs to level up his blacksmithing and his jewelry crafting. And the reason why I'm making him an engineer, you should always have an engineer. And if you're going to have a farmer, that's actually one of the good farmers to have. The main reason behind that is because with engineering, once you get to a certain level of engineering, you can actually make a token that you can carry on yourself. And you get to a certain level in mining, you get elements from when you mine, or extra gems when you mine, while you have that token on you. So that's why he's going to be my main farmer in leveling up those skills. So that way I get the certain elements and stuff like that. Next, I got Narcan Maker. Now, Narcan Maker is a paladin. He's also going to be a farmer. He's going to be doing two things. Okay, his first skill is going to be herbalism. He's going to be able to go around and collect all the herbs, because his next skill, he needs those herbs to become an inscriptionist. And inscriptionist is also very important to have, because you need to make glyphs for your special chance for your skills on all your toons. So if you have at least one character making glyphs for yourself, it's a lot cheaper than trying to go on the auction house and buying those glyphs, because some of those glyphs can be over 1,000 gold. And if he can make them, you save that 1,000 gold. Plus, he can also, anything that he makes extra, he can turn around, send to my banker toon, and make gold. My next toon is Leather Maker. Guess what he does? That's right, he's an alchemist and herbalist. No, he's a worgen, and he's my leather worker, and he's also my skinner. He's going to be able to farm leather and also make the leather goods. The reason why you want a leather maker is they can make certain bags. So instead of buying those bags, he can make them for your toons, like mining bags, I think herb bags, and gem bags. So they have those special bags. Plus, they can actually make a armor patch that you can place on any of the armor, which gives you a bigger buff on certain selection of your armor. And especially when you get higher up, those armor buffs actually become more expensive. I was on one realm playing it, and I actually sold. It was back during Pandorian. I leveled up my leather worker all the way up to level 90, and he was able to make this one armor patch, and I was actually selling them at 2,500 gold a pop. So they get expensive. So if you have a toon that can make them First of all, you don't have to buy them in the auction house for your other tunes. Plus, anything extra, he can sell in the, he can send to his banker tune and sell them into the auction house and make gold. So he's in his own guild. He's in my leather guild. So I have 3 primary guilds that I'm using. I got my tailoring guild and auction, my tailoring, enchanting, and auction guild. I have my blacksmithing, engineering, jewelry crafting, and mining. So that's guild number 2. I have my Narcan. I have my herbalist skills guild, which is going to be herbalism, inscription, and alchemy, because you need the herbs to make alchemy. I haven't made a alchemy toon yet. And then I have my leather guild, and my leather guild is basically going to be where all my leather is. And if I store some leather up, so if I got another toon that's a lower level than he is, and I got some extra leather in the house, I can make special gears for that toon that makes leather. Also, leather making can also make gear that's mail. So it's leather and mail. Blacksmithing makes mail and plate. So you want the special. The leather worker makes the lower level leathers, and when it gets to, I think, level 40, you can start making mail plate, mail and leather. With blacksmithing, you start off with mail, and once you get to 40, you basically make a lot of plate gear for your plate wearers. So that's why it's good to have all those skills together. Of course, you start first set, and I'm actually going to move him up here. You got first set. He's going to be my main archaeologist. That's what he's going to be concentrating on, is archaeology, and he's going to be leveling up, doing quests and stuff like that. I did put him in the same guild as the in the alchemy in OP, which is my alchemy guild. So one of the things I'm thinking about having him doing is become an herbalist, so he can at least dump those herbs in there. And I actually might make him he's going to be a herbalist, and I'm also thinking about making him an alchemy, and he can grind up alchemy along with the archaeology all together. Okay, now a banker toon. Let me explain what a banker toon does. What my banker toon does is handle all the auctions I do. So if I make something and I want to put it on the auction house, I'll send it to my banker toon. This way, all the money I collect from the auction house goes to one toon. I don't have to be searching all the toons to find out where my money is. All my main money is on that banker toon. All the stuff I put on the auction house is in my banker toon. So that's what she does. She's a banker. Let's open her up, and I'll explain a little bit more. And I also will explain a little bit more on the guilds. One of the benefits of having private guilds is, we'll start off with that as soon as we get loaded here. Okay, now she is a level 1 toon, and she is in Stormwind. What I did with her is I actually started her at the starting area and just ran her to Stormwind, and she made this in her home. Okay, and I'm going to leave her at level 1 because it really doesn't matter what I have. Now, let me explain something here. You have 2 types of banks. You have your personal bank.
Well met.
Which gives you So 7 times 4 is 45 slots. Plus you got all these other empty slots which cost you money to get. Okay? So we have all these, which you can put bags in here, and depending on the size bags, which is, I think you can have 26 slot bag is the highest. You can put that, so you can hold a lot of stuff in your personal bank.
Safe.
But there's also a thing called a guild bank. Okay, and this is a guild bank. This guild actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. So I can hold a lot of stuff in here. Plus, as you can see, I have already a lot of stuff in here, and I'm going to actually put this stuff on the auction house. Plus, it can also hold gold for you, because there's a maximum limit of gold that you can hold on your toon. Plus, there's a maximum limit of gold that you can have on in your guild bank. So once you reach, what I'm going to be doing is, like, every 10,000 gold I get, I'll put it into my guild bank, so I have reserved gold for toons that might need it to help level up, buy stuff and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons why you want one toon to handle all your finances, so you know where the money is. Now I have this thing called Titan, and this, as you can see as I'm hovering over, let me close that real quick so you can see this a little bit better. It gives me a list of all my toons on here, which I gotta reset this. But it lets me, it shows me what toons have gold on them and how much gold on the character itself. This will show you how much it has in the guild bank, but it does show you how much you have gold on those toons. So I'll end up doing that. What I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to take out this stuff here, because I only have one bag right now. I can only hold so much, and I'm going to see what I can get. Okay, and I'm also going to withdraw some gold because I need gold for my money, so I'm going to withdraw 1,000 gold from the bank. And as you can see, I got 1,000 gold. And what we're going to do next is actually take this toon and go to the auction house. And stuff that we just put into these bags is I'm actually going to put up on the auction house. Now, I do run a program called Auctioneer, which is an add-on, which you can get from Curse Online, which helps you do this. And you click your Auctioneer. And the first thing I'm going to do is scan the auction house. By pressing this button, it will let me scan the entire auction house, and it gives you the estimated time and all that it will take. So right now I'm going to stop the video, and once that scan is done, I'm going to continue the video. Okay guys, she has done scanning, and what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to blow this up for you so you can see this a little bit better. This is the report that came from the scanning, and as you can read all the information from the scan. Now, and you can see where the scan ended. So there's a lot of information from the scan that I did receive. One thing that I do is with my banker toon, at least every morning when I first get up, I might put World of Warcraft on and just hop on my auction toon, collect any of the auctions that didn't get any auctions that was successful and all that. And I also will scan the auction house, and before I go to bed at night I scan the auction house again. What this does is it ends up building a memory in here. Where this program allows me to build a memory. Now what the auction house is it allows you to buy and sell items on this house. You can sell items up on here. You can put them up on bids. You can set it up so you start off at a minimum bid, and the bid's only complete if it reaches a certain point, or you can sell the items outright. Now this is the browser, and when I finished scanning, this is what came up. And now we got some linen cloth that's on bid, or you can buy it out. And because I haven't scanned this auction that much, sorry guys, this was the first auction scan on this toon. But it allows me, what it does is, the more you scan the auction house, it gives you it scans all the items in the auction house, and it collects all the information, the prices, and stuff like that. So as you can see, now these numbers might be incorrect for right now, but I can get a stack of 20 leather for 10 gold, and it's actually 23% lower than the average price. Blue means that they're super low than what the average auction house price is. Green means it's fairly new. Yellow means they're right on target. It's usually between 80 and 100%. And then the red means that they're way overpriced on the auction house. So this kind of gives you a good idea of what you're looking for in there. Now on the browse feature, you can break down to types of weapons you're looking for, armor that you're looking for, containers, which is bags, herbs, and all that, which is what toons need, because these slots down here are actually your bag slots, and right now I only have one bag, and you see the limitation of what I could carry. Excuse me, guys. And you also have specialty bags like herb bags for when you collect all your herbs, enchanting bags to put all your dust in, engineering bags to put all your engineer supplies in, your gem bags to put all your gems in, your mining bag when you're mining, so it doesn't take up. You can have one mining bag, and when you mine, it automatically goes into that bag. Leather working bag, when you skin something, all your leathers go into their inscription bags, and so on. So this is where you actually look to buy. If you have anything on bid, this is the bid tab. Any of your auctions that you have on here, which we haven't done any auctions yet, you can sell it. You can put items in here to be on auction. This tells you what you have. We'll come back to that one. This is your appraiser, and allow you to check certain things. You can actually search the auction house for specific things and get prices and stuff like that. This is my post, and what you do, you put an item, which I put the spirit dust up there to actually see. I can go ahead and create an auction and set it up that way. This is my bean counter, because I haven't done any auctions. There's nothing here, but it allows me to see items, especially repeat items I put in the auction house, to see how the bids are, how the bid was, the net and quality, price, and all that. It kind of tracks my sales. I can buy special, like I can set up a item, and when it comes on there, I can automatically have it set up to buy it. Sell, this is actually where I set up my auctions, and I have more options here. But because right now I haven't done anything, what we're going to do is we're going to set up some auctions right now. Okay. And what this does, it allows me to see what the current item, what the item price is, and how many stacks they have, and what each of the stacks cost. So they have 6 stacks of 20, and they're selling right now for 25 gold flat. Now, because it's actually 1 silver less than what I put it on, I can set up this to where I can actually, when I put it in there, it automatically sets my bid price to match the lower the lower end. Here, since I got 2 stacks of it, I can actually put 2, and we'll create 2 auctions on it. So push create auction. Oh yeah, you can set the duration from 12 hours, 24 hours, or 48 hours. Most of the stuff I put on 12 hours. So, because prices go up and down on this thing, and if I have it on there for 48 hours, somebody can underprice me, and then it just sits there and doesn't do anything. So every 12 hours I do that. Now if I'm going to be going on vacation, I might set up for 48 hours, or I might set up for 12 hours, who knows. But we're going to go ahead, create auction. Okay, and we're going to do our next item here. Ah. And you can also stack it up. I have 20 items, so I got 4 items. I have it set up for 4 stacks. So I'm actually going to change the price on this. I'm going to see, since there's no current items in the auction house for this thing, I'm going to see if I can set it up with a little bit more. So let's try it at 224. So every stack of 5 costs 11 gold and 20. And let's see how that does. So there's some things set up. I'm going to put this in here. Okay, and that's on bid. I have 4 stacks. I'm actually going to have 8 stacks on here because I got 40 total on stacks of 5. So the reason why I have this stack on 5, because if I put, let me clear this out and put 1 stack of 20, it's 193 gold. That's a lot of gold to come off with. But if I put down my 8 stacks of 5, it's only 48 gold. So they're going to be more likely to buy it at like that than if I put it at 20 stacks. So create the auction. Okay, the auction's created. Okay, we got what is this? Exotic leather. I'm sorry. And again, I got 8 stacks of it, of 5. So it's going to be about 870 in gold. Because some people don't want to buy 20 at a time. They'll go ahead and buy 5 at a time. So it sells a lot easier, a lot quicker. And we got our savage leather. And you can see I got 1 stack of 20. That's going to be 59 gold. I got 4 of them, so I'm also going to set that up to be 4 at 5. So it's 1490. So I might not be able to sell all 20 in 1 stack, but maybe I might be able to sell 1 or 2 of those stacks. So that's pretty good. Now it's scanning and saying no current auction. I'm actually going to put this at 1050 gold. I got 8 of them, so I'm actually going to put that in there. I actually get to set the price. This is one of the reasons why I chose this server. It's because it's a medium server, so I can actually set prices on some of this stuff. Okay, here we go. We got 40 of this, so we need a stack of 8. Not 58, but 8. And that's 43. That's 5 stacks. So that might work out. I might sell all of them. So we'll put that on the auction house. We'll put this up. Yeah, they're usually cheap. Because this is one of the more common high-end gems. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set that up in the auction house. And set that up as 3. And it's all selling at the same price. I'm just putting different stacks on here. So, and we got this other gem here. And see, that gem's a little bit higher. I got 4 of them, so we can go ahead and take that. Now we'll push our tab, and you can see how many, we got a total of 54 auctions in here. And you can see the value of your complete auction if they sells and all this. Now, once it sells, there's an hour delay from the time it sells to the time it actually goes to your bank. So you can check your auction house and see if you got any items sold, and you can figure out how much you're going to come back and get. What I'm going to do is, because I like to put a lot of stuff in the auction house because you got more of a chance of it selling. We're going to go back to our guild bank and pick up the other stuff we couldn't put in here. And I screwed up. I'm actually going to take all the gold out of here. Grab the rest of this stuff here, because that's what I was planning on putting in the auction house. I'm going to grab one of those. And let's see if we can sell one of those too. Okay, and I'm actually going to withdraw all the gold out of here, which is 376.7. And the reason why, I'll show you here in a second. We can go back to the auction house. And this is why I parked the toon where it was in this end, because it's close to the guild bank and it's close to the auction house. So all I have to do is just go back and forth. I don't have to run all over the place and do all this. Click sell. Click that on. So let's do 4 stacks of 5. So that's 12 gold each. Got 1 stack of 5, so that's another 12. And we got 4 stacks of 5. That's good. That up there, we got 1 stack of 5. And we got this lone one. Oh yeah. When I was talking about the engineering, this is one of the things I was talking about. Wildlife, violent fire. This is something when the engineer is mining, it can actually pick this up. And as you can see, it actually sells pretty good. I got 25 of them. That's 298. So let's do 5 stacks of 5. So that's 59 gold each. And he has 15 stacks of 1 each. So I'm cheaper than he is by 5 silver. So I might end up selling mine before he sells 15 of his. And we're going to put this up here to see what we got. No current auction price. This is a not for Outland, but the Lynch King Northern thing. I'm actually going to sell this for 5. And we're going to sell 4 at 5. And we're going to sell them Northern Spices. They don't sell that much. I'm just going to go ahead and put the whole stack of 100 on there just to see if it will sell. And I'm going to actually watch this because I have some other ones here. And as you can see, my auction house, now I have 75 items. This is why it's important to have one toon handling all your auctions, because if I put this on all my different toons, I have 76 items up, 75 items up on auction house right now. It's easier to track all your auctions house. That way you don't have to keep going from one toon to another toon to another toon. It's all right here on this one toon, and all the money that I make goes on this one toon, and we can go from there. So it's actually halfway decent. Now on here it tells you how long, the length of time, which is between long means between 2 to 12 hours, since we set them up for 12 hours. And you can see the whole thing. lets you know if anybody's bid on anything or if anybody's bought it out. And if it's bought out, it will give the name of the person who bought it and all that. So we got those items set up, and one thing I want to start doing is getting bags. And I need to clear that out. So you can search for a specific item on the auction house and in a specific category. But since I don't have that, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hit search with a blank category. And I'm going to see what kind of bags are actually available. I got 16 slots, a lot of 16 slots, a couple 20 slots, and there's 4 pages. So I'll scan over there. 18 slot. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. 22 slot bags. So I'm actually gonna buy, because I'm gonna be setting this buddy pal up with at least 1 or 2 bags. So right now I have limited gold, and they're 500 gold each. So as you can see, my gold is actually going down. I also need to set up engineer Bud up with some bags. So we're going to search for mining bags and see how much they cost. I got 28 mining, 32 mining slot, and a 36 mining slot, and that's actually overpriced. And see, this is one of the reasons why I got this program, is because it lets me know. So I'm actually buying the cheapest one at 98% of the regular auction house price. So there we go. Buy out. I also need an herb bag. Now you can actually buy this from the vendor, so it's actually cheaper to buy from the vendor. Look at 999% over auction value. Let's see, I'll get this 136 slot, and it's cheaper than what it is. That's 550, but you can see my gold is going down quickly. And I need to get an inscription bag, at least 1, maybe 2, depending on how cheap they are. See, that's what I want, is that 36 slot. But we'll get the regular vending bag thing. We'll go ahead and buy 1 for right now. And let me see if I can see how much the other working bags are. 36 slot. For right now, I'll go ahead and buy the 1, because the price is actually pretty high. Okay, and I think that's it. Oh, enchanting bag. That's what I'm looking for. I actually can get a 20 slot. I can actually get it cheaper at the vendor. So we'll go ahead and collect our stuff from the mailbox. Now, when our auction ends, or if I sell anything, it comes to our mailbox. Now, this program I have opens up all the things, but these are all the bags I just purchased. So what I gotta do is I gotta start building my money up so I can purchase more bags and get my tunes set up a little bit better. But I did buy a lot of bags. Now if you ever want to send mail, we can send mail there. So what I want to do is open this up. Okay. And we're going to actually send, let's go with buddy Pal, and I'm going to send him these two 22 slot bags to start off with right now. And I'm also going to send him some gold, so I'm going to send him 100 gold to go along with that. So it sends, and it asks me, "Are you really want to send Buddy Pal the following amount of gold?" Yes, I did. Okay. The other ones I'm going to send when I start those toons up. So for right now, I'm just going to actually store them in my bank guild so I know where they're at. So when I get those toons up and going, I have them ready to go. So that's basically what this banker toon does. Her job is to actually control the auctions, do the auctions, collect the money, and manage. She's basically the bank manager. Now, I want to talk about guilds. Right now, this is basically what the guild is. This guild is actually currently a level 1 guild. And if you take a look, the higher the level of the guilds is the more what you get guild perks from. And your guild goes up to level 25. Now, because this is a level 1 guild, the way you actually gain grow your guild is by questing and doing dungeons, stuff like that with your character. And she will end up getting some experience out of it. If I have her, I'm not having her do any questing right now. So she would actually get, I have Reverend Buddy on here, and Reverend Buddy, when he does his questing and like that, will help increase the guild experience, and also he will also gain his guild reputation. Because what guild reputation does, it allows you to purchase certain things. And what you need to do is go find the guild master. And the guild master's over here. Now, what you can do here, you got the guild master.
Well met.
Okay. The guild master is where you go to buy. This is basically explains to you how to form a guild and how to create a guild crest. Basically, because she's already in a guild, I can't really show you this much, but you go over here, and I think it's like 10 silver. You can buy a guild charter, and what you need to do is get 5 people to sign your charter to start your guild. And this is how Buddy of the Bank guild was started. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Back then, it was 10 signatures. Okay, but now it's knocked down to 5. And since at that time I had 3 accounts, so I got 2 signatures for free, and then I would just stand on the corner, yelling, talking in chat, saying, looking for guild signatures, paying whatever amount of gold I had at the time. So you start off with 5, 10, 20 gold, and you get a lot of people that just want the gold. They sign it, and then once you get the guild form,
be careful.
You go over here to the roster, and you can kick people out. See, I can remove. So everybody who I wanted in my guild will stay in there, and this is what makes it private. Now, if you need to add one of your toons to the guild, and it's on the same account, you can't do that because they have to be on when you send them the guild request. So you actually need 2 accounts to send a guild invite to another thing for a private guild. Or if you have a buddy that you really trust, you can have them join your guild temporarily send your toon a guild invite, then he can leave, or stay in the guild if you want him to help level up your guild. So that's one of the things about the guilds. You got what's going on in your guild, the rewards that are available, and information, how you did the guild challenges for the day, dungeons, and so on and so on. In a private guild, I'm not worrying about that much. Just break down information about the guild, and you can also control. You can name the ranks and all that, and what those ranks can do. You also create the guild bank and permissions and so on and so on. So that's basically what a guild does. And one of the advantages of the higher the level of the guild, the better, is you got the guild vendor. Right now, because this is the level guild, a level 1 guild, it has no perks. So I have nothing here to buy from the guild vendor. Now, the guild vendor, once you get these, let's go back to this, the guild vendor will actually, when you show the perks, you can start buying stuff that as the guild gets higher, it unlocks abilities on here, and sometimes it'll unlock armor and stuff like that, and guild crests and stuff like that.
Bless you.
Now this here is the
Light be with you.
the tabard designer, and you can browse. She has tabards. She has the guild tabards that you can buy, plus this is where your reputation I was explaining about comes in effect. You have to be exalted or whatever your reputation is to buy certain tabards for your toon, and so on. So basically,
Light bless you.
that's how you run a guild, and what guilds are doing. Level up guilds by doing quests, dungeons, and stuff like that. And what I always do with every toon, I always park my toon into an inn. Because as you can see, she's sleeping. Even though she's in a major city, she does get rest experience. She gets more rest experience inside of an inn. And if you take a look at the bar down here, this is her current experience that she's gained. And if you see this tab over here, this tab moves up and down. From where that end of her experience ends to where this button goes is how much rest experience that she has. So according to this, she has 200% normal experience gain. So she has. So from here to here, while she's questing, while she's in this rest period here, she'll gain 200% of the normal experience, which will help her increase in level. So the longer your toon rests, the more experience you can actually gain when you start questing. So I hope this explains how I set up my things. I have a toon for basically every skill and event. One thing I will do with Buddy Pal is he will learn cooking and fishing, and I'll go over that a little later. And there's other things that you need to do, but this is the basics of how I set up that. So I have and I'll go over skills and the importance of the skills a little in our next episode. So I hope this helps you understand what's going on, how I set up the basic setup of how I set things up. So I'd like to thank you again for watching this video. If you like it, like us on YouTube, share this video with your friends. If you have any comments, leave the comments down below. Don't forget to check out Buddy 1927 Gaming for your gaming needs. And don't forget to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to my video, subscribe to my channel. See that will let you know when the next video comes up. So I'd like to thank you again and have a good day.